You can probably wait just like a second.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Denali Stud here in Paris, Kentucky. We are situated on 800 acres here in Paris, and I'm Conrad Vanderoff. I'm the vice president of Denali. My family started the farm 30 years ago, and right now, along with being Derby Day, is it's foaling season, and I thought a good place to start would be with the foal that we had last night. So we had an Oaks foal. She was born at 10:35. She's an outwork filly, and so yeah, born on Oaks Day. So she was 126 pounds when we weighed her this morning, 41 inches, and you know, being a newborn's tough. So she's just having a little nap. Mom's doing well, and what her schedule will be is basically this morning she's going to stay in. We have a vet coming to do a newborn examination on her to make sure that everything's okay. Our vet, Dr. Fletcher, will palpate her ribs, make sure that there's no fractured ribs, and run some plasma to her to help jumpstart her immune system. And once given the all clear, this filly will get to go outside today. It's a nice little soggy, wet day here, but she'll get some time out, and she'll start in a small round pen, and we'll kind of walk through and we'll show you kind of their progression of how they'll go from a newborn to when they get turned out into a field. But this is always the best time of year. Gotta keep Mom happy with some peppermints. We actually, this filly is, we're counting it down. We've got she was our fourth last foal, so we've got 3 more mares to foal. And oh, I know, Mom. It's sleepy morning. But we're in our foaling barn here. We foal 85 mares a year, and they all foal in this barn. It's kind of like a rotating maternity ward. As the mares approach their due date, they ship into this barn where we have a full-time staff that keeps an eye on them and watches them and assists with all the foalings. We have an amazing foaling man named Danny Mitchell who's been with us for over 20 years, and he oversees every foaling, and it's really neat because since he's been with us so long, there's mares on the farm that he's foaled himself, he's foaled their mares, and so he can know all of their kind of individual quirks. But it's tough being a newborn, huh? Although she's laying down, I mean, it's for me, I can see she's got plenty of leg and good body, and looks like a good start. So we can keep moving on.
All right. Someone asked, does the filly have a name?
Not yet. So all the horses starting off will be identified by the mare. So this filly would technically right now be identified as 22 Save a Rose, which is the dam's name. And then, going forward, like our client or the breeder might have a name reserved that they would like to use, or if the horse is going to go to a sale, we leave them unnamed so that the future buyer can have the privilege to name them. So that leaves us, like I said, we're down to 3 to go, and their routine right now with some of the older foals is they're out at night all night, and they come up in the morning and get looked over, have a nap. As you can see, they all come in and they just, all the foals are sacked out, taking a nap. This is a mare named Reina de Bateria, who was a really good race mare, multiple graded stakes winner. And this is her foal by Quality Road. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. But this is the barn where we foaled and raised our own Derby winner, Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, the 2011 Kentucky Derby winner.
So he was foaled and raised at Denali, and we were fortunate enough to be part of his ownership and have a little piece of the tail, and took us on an amazing ride. This is Lady Apple here. Lady Apple ran third in the Oaks herself back in her day, and this is her first foal by Quality Road, a filly.
It's been raining, so they're a little muddy right now.
The mares, when it's muddy like this, they love to go outside and roll and
They have a big time.
Take a little mud bath and. Hi, Philly. Now we can go brave the elements and.
It is raining here, so we apologize if there's a little wind as we move outside.
So as the foals kind of get stronger and develop, we start them in these round pins here, which are great. They're sand based and they're a good size where they get plenty of movement, but we can also restrict so that they don't overdo it on their young frame. And this is a mare named Sense to Compete with her baby. Sense to Compete is one where she herself was foaled here at Denali, was raised here, and then has come back to us. And so now we're going on to we have a daughter of Sense to Compete here as well. So now we're going on to the third generation. So as I said, they come up in the morning and they're checked over, and then they get turned back out at 10. And if they're in the field, they're out for the rest of the night. Some of the foals in these round pins will come back in. This is a good strong. Over here in this round pen, we have a mare named It Is Well, who is a grade 1 winning mare. And this is a filly by Into Mischief. Come on. Hi, Mama. It Is Well won the grade 1
Cotillion Stakes.
Cotillion. Oh, this really might give us a little show. So as I said, this filly is by leading stallion in North America, Into Mischief, who stands at Spendthrift Farm. Into Mischief was the sire of the 2020 Kentucky Derby winner, Authentic. And Authentic's first foals are hitting the ground now.
All right.
Okay, one more. As you can see, all the mares are quite quite spoiled. They love their peppermints. I know, I gotta open it. Here you go. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I love that crunch.
All right, we'll see you later.
Last year we were lucky enough to have two fillies that ran in the Oaks. We were co-breeders of the travel column, and as well as we were fortunate enough to have sold the winner, Malathat, Reader Stone Street Farm, and she was bought by Shake Hamdam of Shadwell Stable, and it was made for a special day. We don't have stallions here at Denali, so to win the Oaks was something that was extremely gratifying, and it meant a lot to us and the Denali family.
We have a question. Which mare or baby has the biggest personality?
Well, the round pen that we were just in, that It Tis Well, has a lot of personality. What's interesting is, they all kind of take on their own unique and different personalities. Some are much more confident and outgoing. Others are a little more timid. But as they get older and as they develop, they all kind of start to build more and more confidence. And that It Tis Well has quite a bit of personality. We have a foal over in another barn that we won't get to see today, but he's a Munnings colt, and he's a bit of a character. This is Hawksmoor. Hawksmoor was a very good race mare, earned over $1 million, multiple graded stakes winner, and this is a foal by Munnings. So as they once they transition from those round pens, they come into these paddocks here, and as you can see, a little bit more space. They're on the grass now, and as we move away from us, the paddocks get larger, and so usually they'll stay in the round pens for about a week to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. Then we start to transition into the first thing, and they all fall asleep and take a nap, and then they get looked over, temperatures taken, feet picked, and around 10 they're turned back outside. So they'll be out for the rest of the day, and come up and get them in the morning. And they stay with the mares for 5 to 6 months, and then they're weaned, and we keep them all in a big group of colts and fillies.
Sorry, we have a trailer going by.
Yeah.
We did have a question just come in.
Okay.
It's who's the most used stallion to be paired with the mares?
So we go to lots of different stallions. It differs every year, but there's a lot of it depends on obviously stud feed ranges. How big of a feed does a mare warrant? We're probably, I don't know the exact number, but I'd say we're probably using over 30 different stallions this year. So, and some of it depends on what, we're a commercial boarding operation here. So the majority of these horses are outside client owned. And so we advise some of them on matings, but a lot of it depends on what is their objective. Are we breeding to eventually sell these horses, or are they going to keep them and race them all themselves? A lot of that factors in as to what we're going to do when we're mating the mares. So we use a wide range of stands, which is good because it gives you a more diverse genetic makeup, and we try to spread it around.
Right, so we're heading to some of our older foals right now. They're out in the field.
So you can see on the left here we have the field of foals, and they come out and they might nap some more and run around and play, and then nap some more, and they're obviously, horses are herd animals, so they all usually tend to stick together, but it's always fun as the foals get a little bit older. They start to get a little bit more independent, and they'll venture a little farther and farther away from mom, get a little braver.
All right, we knew this was going to happen, but who's your pick for the Derby today?
My pick for the Derby today, I'm gonna go with Epicenter. I think this is Steve Asmussen's year to win the Derby, and I think Todd Pletcher with Charge It is a good horse to maybe hit the board. He's a little green still, but I thought he was getting over the Churchill track very well. I think it's a very open Derby this year, but that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah. Then we have another question. Do you have a favorite horse on the property?
Well, I mean, I suppose the answer should be no, but I'd be lying if I say there weren't some mares that had a particular soft spot on my heart. One is a mare that is retired. Her name is Serena Song. She is our resident Hall of Fame mare. Serena Song was a champion, very good race mare. Actually, when she retired, she was the all-time leading money earner for a filly in history. And as good as she was on the racetrack, she was equally as prolific as a mom. She produced 6 or 7 stakes winners. We sold lots of babies out of her for 7 figures, and she's just we call her the Queen of Denali. So she's probably my favorite horse of all time. Obviously, Animal Kingdom would have to rank pretty highly up there. Watching Animal Kingdom win the Derby was actually the first Derby that I ever went to, so that kind of spoiled me a little bit. But and then you have mares that come in that just kind of capture your heart, and there's a couple of those. But
we have another question. How many daughters of Serena's Song do you have at Denali right now?
Let's see. We have 3 daughters and 1 granddaughter of Serena Song. So the legacy, hopefully, will continue. We have Night and Day, Serene Melody, Gold Serenade. Those are the 3 daughters, and then Miner's Cat is a granddaughter, and all of them are owned by Jeff Lewis and the Lewis family. Bob and Beverly Lewis obviously owned and raced Serena Song, as well as the likes of Charismatic and Silver Charm, and we're very blessed that they entrusted us with Serena's care. This could be a good name for today. Splashy Kisses. If it keeps raining over there in Louisville. Do you want all the attention? Okay. Yeah. But hope you guys enjoyed tuning in. Thank you for tagging along, and happy Derby Day. And this is the Derby is obviously the greatest 2 minutes in sports, and we were just very lucky that we were able to win it once. And every day we work hard, hoping that one of these horses turned out in this field could find its way to the Derby 3 years from now. So
pretty much.